Oh my god, a Captain Particle stream. That's not 3 weeks later. Oh man, it's only been like a week. Has it actually been just like a week? It's been 9 days. Okay, that's kind of on me. I should. I don't actually know why it was 9 days. Really? The last stream was the 24th. 7. Okay, it's been like. Okay, it hasn't been 9 days. Wait. Oh wait, no, I'm looking at the dates wrong. It hasn't been 9 days. It's only been 5. Okay, yeah, no. But hello everybody. It's a me. Wow, look at that. Another stream. We're gonna be working on the next figure. I didn't actually finish the Mario figure yet, but you know, we'll get to it. Like you know, the base modeling's done and all, but oh, I forgot to actually load up my VTuber model. I actually just forgot. Whoopsies. Let me just load that up right about now. Okay, there we go. You know, in hindsight, I probably should have actually used this as like a bit of a mental framework, because you know, I actually do, you know, here's a front-facing like pose for it. But you know, it'd be like that sometimes. Oh, let me pull up some music. I don't want to put in too much like hype music, because you know, it's a time. You know, I'm eepy. I'm always sleepy, but I'm weirdly more sleepy than I usually am. You know. So if things go to plan, my streaming times should be around this time. But you know, how often does my streaming plans actually happen? You know. Yeah, how's everyone doing today? I'm doing pretty alright. As usual, it's always like, oh, I was planning on streaming earlier, but then something came up. I actually straight up don't remember. Like, I wasn't planning on Sunday anyways, but Monday, there was something. I actually straight up don't remember what. There was something I was gonna stream, but something came up. And I just don't remember what. You know, actually, let me actually use this. It'll probably be actually useful to have this. Ooh, you know what? Do you think I should make a ball joint here? It's like it, instead of it being a solid piece, it's like a rod inside. You stick the rod in and it's like, oh, you can flap it. That might be kind of neat. Because my big thing is like thinking of how to articulate the figure, right? So let's hope I can actually do that. So yeah, what's it? Monday, I was trying to stream, but then something came up. Tuesday was I wasn't gonna stream because I knew it's been a pretty long time since I got to hang out with my IRL friends. So you know, I was gonna spend the day hanging out with them. And then they were like, "Oh, we should actually play games at like 7 or something." It's like, "Oh, that gives me time to stream," because you know we hung out from like 1 to 4 or something like that. You know, it's like, "Oh, that's like 2 hours of streaming time. I can do this." But I had to walk like 3 miles to get home, because it's like the place we hung out was relatively close to my house, and I wanted to I'm gonna run like a 5K later this month, not later this month, next month. So being that that's what I was gonna do, I kind of wanted to get some exercise, some cardio in. So I was like doing a partial jog plus how does this go? It's like a weird curl. Okay, let me actually clone this picture, rotate it, Okay, I can't really use that as an actual photo, but I can use it as a mental reference, you know? You see that? It's like, ah! It's supposed to be like that. Alright, it's probably like something like this. You just curl it in, right? What was it? So yeah, you know, walking so much, I got tired, so I ended up not streaming. But it would have been this stream anyways, right? So yeah, you know, I haven't done much since, I bought a, actually, what else has happened? I bought like a paint welding thing. It's kind of weird, like, if you look at that, from what it seems, it's like that. I'm gonna use some basic shapes to, like, mentally figure this out. He has, like, a ball thing here. He has a ball thing here. Is there any more photos I could use as a reference? I mean... Okay. Old gen mini Donkey Kong has a weird butt joint thingy. Oh, okay, I think I got it. It's like, so the body's like this, you know? So then, like that. Like, you can see that, right? It's like... So I'm guessing they changed that because they didn't really like that for here. Or, instead of it being like... we just like round it out a lot more, so it looks a little less weird. And then maybe we can stick some balls right there. Let me actually... Is there a better picture I could use? Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Mini Donkey Kong. Okay, there's the OG picture I see. Oh, yeah, actually, I didn't realize that. The 3D model for my... I don't even know where this one came from, but if you look at it... Oh, okay, so it's like... Okay, so it's more like that, kind of. Okay, I got you. Okay. Is there any other photos I could use as reference? Actually, this is a pretty good reference photo. Let me get this in. Something popping up. Some burrito deals. Someone's talking. Somebody ordered food. I didn't order food. I didn't eat today. You know, it's kind of funny. Remember how last stream I was like, oh, I gotta eat more. That's why I'm so tired. Yeah, I still haven't eaten today. I mean, I'll eat after stream. Once the stream's done. Okay. There we go. Okay, let me, here we go. You see that? Okay, I don't really know what the deal with that part is, but it's kinda gets the idea of what I'm trying to do, right? Alright, is there any more? Oh, wow, so that's weird. Nintendo did a stop motion thing with the Mario vs. Donkey Kong. It's like, they won't give freaking models. Come on, that looks like a fine model. You could just turn into a toy. Oh, I know you would stream at this time. How are you going? Yeah, that's what I was talking about last time. How I was gonna try streaming a little earlier for you. Cause what's it? It's not of You said when the last time I streamed, that was like 2 a.m. for you. So I was gonna go and try streaming earlier for you, because what's it? That time is typically streamer prime time for the for like North America. So I might as well fill in that space, right? I have the time. Okay. I don't really like my things being like right there, so let me just move these a bit around. Yeah, here we go. So he said, from what the pictures looks like, he's kind of ball-like. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's cool. I'm out of school right now, so I have the ability to be more flexible when it comes to timing. I'm also trying to be more consistent with my streams too. I can show up more often. Okay, so yeah, his body's kind of like that-ish, but a little bit more rounded. Okay, I think I can add another one. Click, click, click. Wait, do I have this on loop? Shuffle? It was not on shuffle, but, whatever. Alright. So yeah, a lot of the design for the toys actually does fit into, like, the criteria for me making, the action figures. Okay. I think he has a relatively flat stomach, so from here we can bend it down, but not too much. It's just a small taper like that. Shrink it down a little bit too, while the back one you can really round it out. So yeah, how you doing today? Was it okay, if that time was 2 a.m. for you, this is 7 hours before. 12. 7 o'clock? 7 p.m.? I was recently thinking of doing 3D modeling as a hobby, but my brain was like, nah, do other stuff. Yeah, when it comes to doing stuff like this, it is kind of gotta get the brain for it. Or if you're just too busy, yeah, 7 p.m. Oh, I guess we can also. Okay, curl that in a bit more. But I can just. There we go. It gets most of it close to what I'm thinking, I think. And then, what's it? Just to get the simple idea. You know what? Are you planning on actually sleeping at an early time today? Because, that's always, healthy. Okay. That would be kind of... Oh, wait, no, it's more bent. Sort of a busy person. I'm very busy in my mind. I think a lot. Yeah, I'm not, like, crazy busy, but I do think I am a fairly busy person when it comes to thinking, like... So, during quiet times, I usually spend that time thinking... I'm either trying to reflect on, like, how I am, or spending that time, coming up with like other ways of doing things. Like the last time I had some free time on Sunday, I was putting my time into thinking like, how do I make the joints on this thing good? But I should also start coming up with like smaller things, like thinking of how to. Oh, actually, no. If you look at that, it's like tapers in, right? It's more like that, yeah. So that's like base body kind of. We can round this out, make it smaller too. Kind of like, no, not like that. Kind of like that, I guess. Then partially later we'll fix the shaping on this, right? Yeah, okay, there we go. We'll have it set like that for now, and when it rounds out, that'll be about how it looks. And then from the pictures, this one's a kind of an odd looking Donkey Kong. But I guess if you look between these two, I mostly tend to think about philosophy, psychology, spirituality, and how to improve things, or in other words, forward thinking. I rarely think about creative things, but it's just me currently, huh? Yeah, there have been times where I've tried to think about stuff like that, like, you know how people always complain about, like, oh, hey, this structural thing is bad, we need to improve it. And I usually like to think, like, you know, before someone goes all haywire, it's like, ah, this is what we gotta do. But without thinking about things, a lot of people ask for reform when it comes to, like, issues, but they never actually give solutions, you know? So before that, I'd like to think of a solution, but I've spent, like, hours trying to think of, like, solutions, like, how do we, you know, an economic thing. You know how people always argue about how something like capitalism is bad? So I spend the time trying to think of, like, how to actually give a proper answer to that, like, this is how we could try and improve it. But I usually end up going nowhere on that. So I've kind of stopped thinking about that. They need to know how to fix the problems. This is what I'm doing right now. Yeah, and that's pretty good on you. I've tried to do that, but it usually just didn't work out, so I couldn't think of anything. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do, grab this. No, it's not tapered enough. Actually, maybe my issue is spherical. Yes. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Yeah. I think I have a great future ahead of me. Well, I don't even know what to say that doesn't, like, I'm not trying to sound condescending, but I can't think of a way to say it without sounding like that. But of course, you always gotta try your best with these types of things. It's a very complicated situation. Trying to think of solutions to these types of problems. Okay, how thick's the? Okay, it's like that. Okay. Okay, clean out faces, solidify, something like that, and then maybe add a subdivide. Second subdivide. One simple, one not. I guess we could taper the edge on a little bit more instead. Yeah, this is how I think the ring looks. I'm glad that I have a healthy and balanced mindset, and it keeps improving as well with time. Yeah, what's it? You said you were like 19 or 20? Yeah, it's good to have a mindset like that. Keeps you from dulling down. Okay. It helps to keep you from being too manipulated by how bad things can get. But, it seems the keys are the keys are pretty big. That circle. Let me change that again. Guess it's more close to like this, huh? Okay, set parent to this. I'm 19. I started this when I'm 17. That's pretty good. Start early, trying to like think of stuff, think of trying to innovate and trying to be a better person. Okay, so then there's effectively where the key is. We'll move the key down for now. Shade smooth. Yeah, how does this look with subdivide? Let me. There we go. Oh, wait, we also gotta. Yeah, that's pretty clean. It might look a little bad when when we export it though. So I'll be sure to like try and clean it up. Because I remember when I turned my like VTuber model into an action figure once. Did I ever take pictures of it? I took pictures of it, but I don't think I ever posted it. But let me see here. Can I trying to think of it. Okay. So you see this, right? What happened was when I 3D printed it, it printed this as a singular object. This part, oh wait, let me actually draw it. This part and this part, they all printed all those parts with, on top of that, the layer walls. Like that. So Oh, sorry for bothering. Give me a second. Let me, perish. Oh, wait, I don't have Twitch open. No, I got too much pride for something like that. Nope. Stream manager, alerts. Nope. Actually... How do I get rid of him outside of the stream? No. How do I get... It's actually been a very long time since I've done something like this. I actually straight up don't remember. But, okay. So be it. I wiped him off of the streams thing. It's still there on Twitch, but I don't actually remember how to do it. Moderating, analytics, the overview, huh. Oh, I guess it's gone. Okay. I don't know how to play with these things. Was again, oh yeah, and it printed this wall. Okay. That looks kind of weird. How do I erase? Note, annotations. Okay, sure. And then what was the proper way for the 3D printing is supposed to be is just throws that. Like you can see how it's supposed to be more, it's supposed to be a singular thing like this, but then as I'm 3D printing it like this, when I'm combining shapes, it doesn't work like that. But you know, you do that sometimes. It simplifies 3D modeling for me. I usually don't like doing something like this, so I'm gonna try and get rid of as many like intersecting vertices, or I guess try doing a Boolean join. Actually, let me actually try that right now. Boolean, intersect. Click. Cylinder 2. Union. Okay, it doesn't seem that it's, what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I guess I have to manually clean it up. So be it. Okay, so we got the body, general shape of the body. The arms are a pretty simple matter. It's just like... Hope I can get into 3D modeling someday. Well, I hope you do too. What's it? 19. So once you're into... Once you've reached the summer, maybe that's when you should, give it a shot, you know? I'm already out of school, but I don't know if you're out of school. You know, that's when was that when I actually started? No, it wasn't. I did it during school. It was like a... Actually, I don't want to touch that. There's like a thing. I have soundproof foam. No, it's the rock wool soundproofing. And there's like a little thingy on it. And I'm scared that if I touch it, it's a bug. Like a dead bug. Okay, I think the appropriate item here is a cylinder. Okay. And from here, we're gonna clean up. Okay, delete face. Delete face. Alright. Okay, we won't grid fill the bottom because I thought about it. The reason why I picked it like this is so I can make the triangles easier. Okay, open up circle. Okay. You know, we'll do major shape changes first. And curl it in from there. I didn't attend school for 2 years now. Oh, you're out of school. Okay, you're in the workplace already. Huh. So that means, okay, you don't actually have like a legit school break that you can just get away with, huh? I guess that would mean that it's like, oh, the best times for you would probably be like the weekends or something. Hmm. When it comes to weekends, though, how would things go for you? And when it comes to tutorials, there's always the typical, like, the donut that everyone, that a lot of people start on. I didn't actually start on the donut, funny enough. I'm actually really curious on how things work in the US compared to Germany. Trying to... How much different is it? It probably is pretty different, right? Hmm. Okay, from here, maybe I'll actually do the grid fill. Grid fill. Not a fan of how it does the grid here. But, okay. Probably comes from how unevenly. Yeah, something like this is a little better for this specific spot. Solid. No, let's not do that. Okay. I think how I'm gonna do it is every 4 prongs. Though I would wish... Want to talk about how high school is like in the US? I'll share how things are done. Not really. Not really a thing I want to talk about. I mean, it's not... I guess it's just like... How I had high school was kind of... I didn't really do much. Like, just like how people talk about, it's like, oh, you go to university, you know, go crazy, do drugs and all that. It's like, no. No, not really. I'm just at home. Three. Yeah, okay, we'll do it like that then. Ooh. No. Oh. And then from here, I think what we can do is... Okay, I got it. I thought of something. The weird hand things are a little wide, but like... Oh, did I just... Shit. I misclicked. Okay, zeros. Oh, whoops. Actually, okay, yeah, I'm bending these back out, actually. I had a change of plans on how I'm gonna do it. Because I am not happy with how this is. We bend it up like that. If I do it like that, this will be better. But before I do that, I need to fix these up too. Because obviously these are a lot longer than... Alright, there we go. Okay, creative exercise. We like that song. Okay, now that's like a little bit closer to how it should be. Okay, Control A. No. Howdy, Bunny Top Pop. Howdy, yo, you know what's poppin', gamer? I'm just 3D modeling right now. You know, how you doing? Just making a mini Donkey Kong. You know, if you know from Mario vs Donkey Kong. But I'm just trying to have a train of thought right now. You know, focusing and having a train of thought, it's a little bit hard. Wait, no. What was I trying to do? I was taking a break from a 30-hour piece. I was watching a time lapse of me 4 to 5 years ago drawing. I realized I gaslit myself into thinking I was doing bad. Damn. How would I? Yeah, you know, it happened. I can see how that can happen. You know, what's it? For a pretty long time. Actually, no, it wasn't exactly wrong. Huh? Oh crap. Oh, that's not good. But you know, when it comes, you know, everyone's their own like personal critic, right? You know, you can never you always judge yourself too unnecessarily. As someone with ADHD, I can't relate. I can't have both. Okay, I'll start by. Hmm. I'll start. I'll start how students go to school in Germany. In the U.S., I think you either go there by car or school bus. Over there, students either go there by public transport, walking, or by bike. Yeah, when in the U.S., a lot of people, it's like it mostly depends on how far the school was, right? My high school happened to be pretty close by to where I lived, and it was like the natural progression for most people when it comes to going from there to elementary school. So it was like, we just walked there. And sometimes I bike, sometimes do that. Well, a lot of times when the weather got bad, I went by car, you know? Personally, never been a fan of public transport, but it's probably because I don't like I don't like being near people too much. Okay, and with you, it's like, someone with ADHD, I can't have both. I'm gonna be real, a lot of things going through my head. I actually don't, not 100% sure where. But yeah, no, you're usually typically your own, like, personal critic, right? So you talk about focusing and having a train of thought at the same time. Oh, that. Oh. Yeah, no, I don't what I was talking about with that was, like, I don't have too much. It's hard to keep both. Because, like, oh, I'm trying to do this, which right now, because it's menial work, it's not too hard to keep focus. I don't need that much focus, so I can talk better. But a lot of times, I just have trouble doing this when it's, like, actually something that's, like, intensive, like, thinking of how to actually shape this out. That's what I was getting at. But I can understand, like, oh, having, actually, I don't know if I can understand having ADHD, because I don't think I have it, but I can at least empathize with you, understanding where you're coming from. My high school was 2 kilometers or 1.2 miles away from home. I either walked or went there by bike. Yeah, my school was about that far too. But I knew people who had to bus because they just lived really far away. You know, because in the U.S., a lot of people end up going, like, picking really far away places. That's like a typical thing. Like, you know, you hear stories about people talking about how, hey, people not visiting relatives because of how far away. It's like only 40 minutes. It's like, I spend 40 minutes driving to go shopping sometimes. So it's all like, a lot of it's like a thing of perspective. Oh wow, oops, I gotta bend that back down. And I think I should probably Balance that out too. I have to fight younger me. She thought she was bad because she uses the reference. We are boxing. Oh, reference drawing. Like, okay. Yeah, that was a thing I did. I did that a lot as a kid too. I tried not to do it as much, but that's like, it stopped being a, hey, it's bad. It's a pride thing. You drive to go to shop. Is it because America is mostly car centric? Partially. It's a combination of things, like the stuff I usually buy is like pretty heavy, or it's like far away. Like one of the shops I usually go to weekly uh is about 5 kilometers, I think, when I last time I checked. Yeah, it's like 5 kilometers away, and they're pretty heavy things. Like they're like 10 pounds. I can't exactly put that in a backpack, right? I mean, I could put 10 pounds in a backpack, but it's also pretty big. So I can't exactly fit as much as I'd want. Okay, how was I gonna do this? Over here, it is walking distance. Heck, the nearest supermarket for me is a 5-minute walk. Yeah, no. Here, it's like, it's far. Okay. I think what I was gonna do is that, shrink it down. From there, we now have volume. And then now we... Actually... Not gonna do that just yet, actually. Let me duplicate the... Something I'm always very paranoid about this, so I just duplicate and then just continue working. Yeah, no, this stuff is like... It's like a 15-minute drive. It's very far, and it's very, like, I carry large objects, so it's like not easy to carry around. But I'm also distrustful of people. So you said it'd really be nice to have things near you in walking distance. Yeah, of course. What's it? Urban planning with the 15-minute walking cycle, 15-minute walking things. That brings me to like a different idea. Something I was also thinking about, but let me go back to this bunny top pop. Okay, I heard about it in Texas. Everything's about 2 hours out, so that's nothing. Yeah, no, there's always like, how big is Texas? Pretty big, I'm pretty sure. What the? Did I do the... Uh-oh. Okay. I think I know what I did. Oh. I didn't do that. Okay. Yeah. A lot of things go through my head. I'm trying to, like, figure out where to go from each topic. I guess I have to manually fill in these blanks. Okay, I see what's up. Oh. Okay, let me actually get rid of that. Whoop. Pop it back in here. During school break, I don't know what you really call it, but I tried. School lunch break. Students would sometimes leave the school and run towards the nearest supermarket, also a 5-minute walking distance. Most high schools aren't really near that much of like supermarkets. They're like even like driving around, like I see some places that it feels like it's more like feels more than that at least. But when I my particular high school happened to have like a super like a little plaza thing nearby, but 5 minutes, it was not 5 minutes. It was like more like 10. And if you want to go to a different one, there was actually two super. Now I think about it, there was two plazas. There was one, the close one, which was almost like I guess maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and the other one is like 20 minutes away that you could have went to. So yeah, no, it was a pretty far, these things. Oh, okay, actually, I think I know what I did wrong here. What I did wrong was I had the middle bits selected. Unless I'm thinking of how building it wrong. There we go. Yeah, this is what I was thinking more of. Hmm. I think the other person left, but people drop in, drop out. It's always like a nice time seeing new people, new fresh faces. Especially if considering I'm trying to be more productive as a streamer. One time during a lunch break, I casually left the school and went to a nearby bakery to get a snack. It was around a 10-minute walk. Really? You know what? Let me actually pull up maps, Google Maps, because I... Okay, from here, swap it. Oh, yeah, okay, the first plaza was a 6-minute walk. It had some pretty nice places. It had its own Chinese restaurant. It had a typical supermarket. It had a dollar store. But like that's uncommon. Like most places did not have that luxury. But at the same time, the students at the school were pretty rowdy when it comes to stuff like that. So like, cool. There have been many a times where a situation breaks out and it's like, school says, students are no longer able to go to the plaza. And then they go anyways, because, rambunctious little scamps they are. There's probably a more, like, efficient way to do this. But this was the way I could think of. Ew. This definitely needs a topology school. My school didn't care when students went to the nearby supermarket or bakery. It was a common thing here and is allowed. Yeah, no, they didn't care and still... I don't know if this happens in Germany. But a lot of... like I said, these were some, like, rambunctious people. So, like... I think Okay, let me try to think of some scenarios. One time we got like, you're not allowed to go to the plaza anymore because a fight broke out there, and the cops were, and then the store people had to call the cops on those kids. Another time was because they stopped caring about general like cleanliness and started like throwing things around. They started just like littering. That was a big problem. That was a time we got banned. Um, there's been a few times where I saw someone record I wasn't there, but someone recorded a like a fight in the plaza, and then they posted onto social media, which was neat to say the least. But I'm sure it's like even in Germany stuff like that happens, because you know uh what people being like that, it's kind of like an inevitable. Like eventually you'll encounter someone like that. Hmm. Yeah, okay. That's kind of close to how I was going for, but don't know if I'm happy with how the little hand spikes went. Uh, cleanliness is mandatory here. Every time school day ended, students were required to clean both the classroom and the outside. Oh, that didn't happen here. I haven't saved yet? I thought I saved. Okay, give me a second. Oop, black it so I can save. Because who knows? I might put in the wrong thing. Okay. D drive. Wrong files. I thought I saved before I started streaming, but it seems that I haven't. Alright, there we go. Yeah, no, don't want to accidentally dock myself. Oh, that could be bad. And then the hands are different because... Yeah, no, students in the US, they do not care that much when it comes to cleanliness. No, there was actually... No, not just the students, actually. Even the adults don't care that much. They don't care until it starts getting, like, bad. So that's a pretty big issue here. I think US schools should learn things that schools do in other countries. Germany, for example. Yeah, of course, but you know how it be... You know how some people are, like, with that. You know, they really rage on about, like, their freedoms and whatnot. So, because of that, it becomes kind of hard to, like, enforce stuff like that. It's like, oh, you say the most meaningless things, and people start arguing about freedom, you know? It's like, if you just throw garbage out, we're gonna fine you. If you just keep throwing it on the floor in, like, public areas, we're gonna fine you. That's against my freedom of leaving trash out. Type of attitude. It's pretty bad. Okay. Subdivide. I mean, I'm gonna fix that, but everything else is pretty solid. Then from here, we just... It doesn't seem like much, just a little hook hand. I just gotta change up how the hook looks, right? Americans like freedom, like Germans like order. Yeah. But that's like a fully customary thing. Like you're not gonna change the opinions of the people who are already affected, like who already think like that. So it's like, in order to fix it's a society thing. You know, we live in a society as it goes. All right, not subdivide. Solidify. Okay, from here, I think. Oh, it's because it's in edit mode. Boot. Apply. Edit. Whoops. Don't put that then. Yeah, I was like with the enforcing freedoms and whatnot. That's it. It's mostly a lot of it's based off of like how you were raised and how you turn out to act, right? So even though it's like part really rude to say something like this, it's like some people there's it hits a point where some people like the thought process is kind of like a lost cause. You know, like kind of like how what's it? When you become 25, most of your habits and whatnot and the way you think are set in already fully. Just like how you wait, give me a second. Just like how once you hit 25, it becomes harder to learn a language because your brain's fully developed and it's no longer like changing in a way that makes it so learning a new language is like as easy. So it's like, you know, you got to teach the youth to be you know, good Samaritans, because some people, you either got to show the kids like, oh, this is what, you know, we got to do to be better, or they just change. Here's another thing about German people. Rules are taken seriously. That also includes being organized. Are rules really broken in the US? Yeah. Yeah, actually. You know, people start pulling stuff off like speeding a lot. I'm gonna take a guess, and like in Germany they don't appreciate the idea of doing something like that, huh? You would So in Germany you'd actually follow the speed limits and whatnot. Oh, whoops, not solidify. Subdivide. Simple. Double subdivide. We'll have something like this right now. That's like the hand's a little bit not roundish, but I think I can I'll fix that off panel, I think. Yeah, we do. Yeah, you actually follow the speed limit says blank kilometers per hour. We follow blank kilometers per hour. In the US it's like blank kilometers an hour. Oh, so that means we can go an extra 10. But luckily people who create the regulations are aware of that, so they also put in like, hey, these speeds are safe up to that point anyways, so it's not too important. So it's like, oh, 60 miles? Well, actually these roads can go 70. You can actually technically go like 80 or 90, because, you know, we know people are kind of funny like that. Yeah, the hands are kind of like that, so. Oh, it seems that the arms are a little bit more tapered in, but that's always we'll fix that in post. Either I'll actually stream fixing it in post, or or you just don't see it and it's like, oh, it's a completed project. Oh, I actually forgot to think about like the legs. I can just, oh crap, I forgot it's like rounded. It's either it's really square or it's really round. I forgot about that actually. Ooh, I guess these are the legs now. My bad. Oopsies. I'm like a stereotypical German. I try my best to follow the rules and being organized and polite. Every time I walk on a sidewalk, I always walk on the right side and never try to go center. Typically, I think Americans do the same thing when it comes to sidewalks like that. Like, I think how it is like, you know, someone's streaming. So while I'm opening up their stream in the background, I'll go and finish this thought. I think how it is like, whoops, not that. There we go. Americans would typically go, they walk center until someone shows up, and then they move to the right. That's usually how how I've seen things. Here, let me okay, I think it's an pretty easy fix. Oh, whoops. Okay, something like this, yeah. Whoops. You know those types of people that block your way on a sidewalk completely? Oh yeah, yeah, no, that happens a lot here too. And there's people who decide to bet on like, oh, who's gonna move type of thing. It's like, who's gonna move first, and then have to like be the one to shuffle out of the way. That happens a lot here. Oh, I guess so. Okay, that's where we flatten. Down. Alright, over here is Rayleigh. If people do this, I'd probably like gesture or ask them to move out of the way. Yes, sometimes you can politely ask them to move out of the way. Sometimes you gotta actually like figure out how to get them to move. Uh... Ooh, my stomach's rumbling. Yeah, even though the person's not here, this is how I can finally complete that thought. Yeah, no, this is exactly what I was talking about, where now it's actually something I gotta think about. It's like, oh, I actually have to think about this. And that's when I start becoming, like, really quiet. Did I grab too much from the... Oh, crap, I did grab too much. That's why it's so weird. Oh, crap. Whoops. Anyway, oh, well, that's a lost one. If I see an old person walking my direction, I tend to move out of the way and give them space. I do this out of respect for the older generations. How much does the US even respect the older generations? I don't know, actually. But yeah, I think most people, if they were raised right, would move out of the way, though. Oh, okay, I see what... One, two, three, think that's what I need to do? I helped elderly people cross the roads 2 times. I also held the door open for many times whenever it is public transport or somewhere else. I don't think... I've done that, like... It's rare when that happens, but most of the time, the elderly just are very capable here. They just kind of do things. Like, I'd help them if it looked like they need help, but, like, most of the time they just don't. Did I screw this up again? I think I screwed it up again. One time an elderly thanked me and even made a little bow after I held the door open and let him through with a polite gesture. That's never happened to me. Yeah, I feel like I messed this up again. Really? As you can tell, I'm very polite. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Okay, it's more like grabbing like that. Okay, I think this is the half. Gotta flatten. It's also wholesome to hear stories like this. Yeah, of course. You know, hearing people not being selfish people is always nice to hear, but you don't hear it too often. Okay, I think something like that kind of gets the point across. Stories like this happen, like mine happen every day, but you just don't see don't see them a lot. Yeah, I mean, it's not as if it's anything like spectacular. It's just something small. It's always just like small things you talk with things like that happening. Most people wouldn't even talk about that stuff. Like, oh, yeah, that's nice. You tell someone like that, it's like, oh, okay, I guess. Good for you. Okay, I think I need to actually, like... just so I can actually have a proper round out here. Something like that. There we go. It's flattened, mostly. Man, my stomach's actually, like, really rumbling. What's happening? Must be, like, really hungry today. Yeah, the actual thing is like kind of like that. And then we droop it down a bit more. Let me go here. Actually, no. There we go. There we go. Flatten that. Round this out. That's close enough to the actual arms now. There we go. Alt clear parent. Get rid of this. It was nice chatting with you, but sadly I have to go. Goodbye, take care, and have an awesome day. Yeah, you too, man. You too, Albert. Go to sleep. It's like 8 now. You need to sleep. There we go. Okay, let me just... There we go, and shove the hand in there. Rotate it a little bit, maybe. There we go. Wait, his hand's on the wrong way. Wait, no it's not. It's not the wrong way. What am I talking about? Some pictures have it that way, and some people have it the other way. Yeah, I gotta remember to make it spin. Alright. I should really get around to putting in, like, which redeems or something. Alright. Like that. Seems I've made a mistake. It needs to be a bit rounder out, but... There we go. I still haven't messed with the big part, you know, the head. But I am a little sleepy now. I'm tired. I mean, I've always been tired, but I'm extra tired right now. And apparently, yo, my stomach's been rumbling like 2 or 3 times already in the past like 10 minutes. I should go get some food. Apparently, I'm hungry. And I'm gonna actually listen to it this time because this is actually gonna be like, I'm actually hungry, and I can't just like be killing myself every day working. Yeah, I think we did pretty good. We started the body, made the arms in about an hour and a half. There should be a timer around here. 2 hours? Has it been 2? I did not set this up. I don't know how it says 2 hours, but okay. I think we'll be calling it quits for today. I'm gonna go get some food. So yeah, thank you for watching today's stream. I'm gonna close that. Who appeared? Albert was here. Thank you. He's already left. Bunny Top Pop. Thank you. I see there's 2 on YouTube, 1 on Twitch. I don't know who you are, but thank you for watching, I guess. And I'll see you guys next time. It should be within 2 or 3 days. I am trying my best here to be like more consistent. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.